All right, so I've got something for you here. And I don't know if anyone will agree. It's not why I'm doing it. It's just I can't not give this opinion. And I think there are a lot of NBA haters out there, and I think today's your day. Today is your day. For a long time, I have said, the NBA, its popularity is surging. They had record attendance this year, record sellouts this year. Yet I watched less of it than maybe any time in the previous 5 years. The NBA has a problem that no other sport has. Not hockey, not baseball, not football. The NBA has a problem. Its players don't want to play.
Right there.
Its players, seemingly by the way they behave, don't love the game they play. You don't hear about load management in any other sport. NFL, yeah, a guy might play a little less. They don't sit out. Hockey, can you imagine?
Unless your name's Lamar.
Right, going to a press conference and saying, yeah, we're sitting out, Alexander Ovechkin tonight for load management. The dude's 100 and has the hair of George Washington, and he plays every night. Baseball, I get it. Innings limit, pitch counts, but they play. Mm-hmm. But this week it's been exacerbated by something else. The play-in tournament, seemingly players don't want to play in. We have this Dallas Mavericks situation where, with a chance to make the playoffs, they sat 5 players. Now, they have a top 10 protected pick. Right now, they currently sit 10th. They sat guys. I want you to imagine that happening in the NFL, that happening in baseball, that happening in hockey. They have a play-in tournament that players don't want to be a part of. Players hate it. Hate it. Any other sport, if there was a play-in tournament, guys would bleed to be a part of it. So for all the NBA haters, I have to tell you, this is your day because it's beginning to affect how I view the league. And my team's good. Hell, some people think they're great. I don't, because Jason Tatum shrinks in the fourth quarter of playoff games. I digress. Help me. Because when I look at sports, Rico, I don't have to question baseball or football or hockey. With the NBA, maybe I've reached my middle-aged white guy phase, but I look at this and I go,
You're white?
I know, it's crazy, right? Wow. Do NBA players actually want to play?
No, the NBA has become two things, Mike. It's super team and it's win at all costs. And if you're not one of those two things, then why bother? Load management. I'm preparing myself for the playoff run.
How about when Adam Silver said you are not to tank for Wembanyama?
Yeah. The edict came out at the beginning of the year. I know what everybody is thinking, and let me just intercept that ball. No. Go out there and play your hardest.
We see it all over the league, though.
Because we see it all over the league. If he truly wanted to make this right, the Mavs have said we didn't care. And in their mind, I'd rather a minuscule shot at Wembanyama rather than going to the playoffs and losing in the first round. I would simply have told the Mavs, great, you can't have pick 1, 2, or 3. I don't care if you win the lottery. The best you can do is 4.
Well, and now there's, and again, it's very personal. It's been very well reported. Cuban and Silver don't really like each other. This seems personal. But here's my point. Is this what keeps you from loving the NBA? I know the Pistons are bad, but of all the sports, look, we don't get to question the effort of the NHL. We don't get to question the effort of the NFL. We don't question the effort of Major League Baseball. The NBA, I can openly, as a fan of the league, openly tell you the effort sucks a lot of nights. And between load management, which is ridiculous, the fact that it has gotten to a level we can coin a term for it is absurd.
Yeah, we could thank Kawhi for that.
Into open tanking, which you don't really see in other sports.
The last time you saw open tanking was the Spurs, and the league came up with the draft lottery so that teams wouldn't do that anymore.
But I would argue teams are doing it at a level now where
that's what's so bad about the Pistons. They didn't try to tank.
No. Well, I mean, they're just bad. But I want to know this. Does the NBA have problems that are both deep and unsolvable? Because I'll tell you, as time goes on, my interest in the league wanes a little bit. My team is good, but I can't sit here and act like – the regular season is meaningless. Most nights.
You can fix it, Mike, but the problem is I don't think you're going to get the players to sign off because the easiest way to fix this is if Silver says, okay, you can only miss a maximum of 10 games and then we start hitting you in the pocketbook.
No, but it would
so unless
labor war.
No, unless a third-party doctor says you indeed broke your leg, you popped your Achilles, you did this, you're exempt. But if you're just sitting there because, I don't want to play in back-to-back nights, I don't care.
Here's the other thing, and maybe I've got this wrong, but when we talk to our audience, any NFL playoff game we're going to watch. Baseball playoffs, not saying all of it, but
the play-in games,
you can get down on baseball, right? Hockey, we all talk about it. We only watch the hockey playoffs as a society. No disrespect. The NBA,
because baseball and hockey, it's the sudden death, and they play it like Game 7.
But I feel like the NBA, only people like us are going to tune in. The average Detroiter, are you watching Kings Warriors? See, a city like Detroit demands effort. A city like Detroit demands hustle. It has a blue-collar mentality. Not to be cliche about it, but it's real. Look at all the teams people have loved here. Look at the Pistons team specifically. Going to work. Bad boys, defense, effort, no fancy pants basketball. I don't know anyone in my life who watches the NBA playoffs, but they'll watch every other sport. Yet the NBA nationally has a popularity that's it's inconceivable.
Because the NBA is all about the stars, Mike. And so long as all the stars are playing in there, LeBron making it is enough that you'll watch the Lakers. You'll watch Steph. You'll watch Giannis. So the stars are there. Now, too bad Luka's not in there because he was fun to watch. But that's the appeal. It's not you're necessarily watching the games. You're watching.
So is the sport broken? That's my point.
It's very broken.
So you agree?
Oh, this sport has been broken for decades.
But the popularity keeps getting better.
Because it's fast-paced. Because you know why? Because the NBA learned a long time ago. They took a page from wrestling, and the NFL is now doing this. The games on the floor are kind of the afterthought. It's the storylines that happen in the offseason and in between games where you get Rudy Gobert going at it with a teammate. Oh, where you get LeBron calling out half of his team without calling them out. Where you get Draymond Green and you get things like that. They realize we're a soap opera. That's the appeal. It's something to talk about. And then you got to play the game. But in wrestling, it's more of the build-up to the match. It's rarely the match.
David, talk to me.
And you kind of said it, Rico, right there when you said it's, the up and down fast pace of the game. It allows the kids. And that's why the sport is popular now and more popular is because the kids can go out there and the whole, you're too short stuff that they do in the NBA. Every kid wants to do that now.
David, unlike baseball, there's no unwritten rules where you can't show up your opponent.
Yes.
We know what posterizing means because you got dunked on. Ooh. Or what's a logo 3? Well, you shot a half-court shot. That's the fun part about the NBA's embraced the fun. They let the players do things, and the stars actually go out unless it's All-Star Weekend.
Correct.
And they don't want to do anything.
And that's why it's more popular because the kids grab a hold to that.
Right.
But here's the other thing, fellas. Top to bottom, and this is coming from an NBA fan. I'll throw the number out, 248-539-9797. Top to bottom, I think the game has problems, popularity aside. Style of play, it's largely unwatchable. Again, as an NBA fan, teams who have no business taking 53s a night. The Pistons average 34.9 threes a night. And this team is a bag of ass. 34.9 threes a night. Everyone shoots threes. There is no variety in style of play. There's no post-up. There's no fast pace. There's no mid-range. There's nothing. It is shoot threes or try to dunk. No one plays. Players don't want to be in the play-in. No one has a chance to win a title as a low seed. And I'll go even a step further. And heaven help me, I don't even know who I am anymore. I have gone from loving the NBA draft to loathing it. No one knows any of these players. It's turning into the NHL. The difference is the players largely don't come from Finland, Sweden, and Norway.
God, I hate to say you're right, but you're right.
I used to love the draft.
Right.
Now we're sitting here. If the Pistons pick 4th, who the hell are we taking?
That guy.
Where Bobby Bizadalkis.
Right. It used to be 1 or 2 where you're like, oh, okay, I don't know who that guy is. But you knew going to pick 2021, oh, yeah, that's a kid from Arkansas. Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Oh, wow, he's going to be pretty good in the league. Now it's after the first 2. I didn't watch a lot of G League Ignite, so I don't know.
So I guess the way.
It can happen, though. It can.
What?
I can tell you how.
How to fix this? Or does it need fixing, I'm just old white guy now?
It needs fixing, and maybe the blueprint is already out there.
Done. I'm all ears, because I got to be honest, I'm scared. I don't know who I am anymore.
I'll tell you now.
I love the NBA, but I hate it too. I don't know what's happening.
Blueprint's there.
248-539-9797.